Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I am going to demonstrate how we can export data into Excel in Laravel application by using this package Laravel Excel. So let's just jump in. To demonstrate this package I created a simple Laravel project, pretty simple. I created a database and then configured it, and then I migrated the migration and seeded some pack users. In this case I am going to export users into Excel. So here, as you can see, if I execute php artisan db seed or migrate dash dash seed command, we will see that in a minute, and it's going to like seed 100 users into the database. And then I executed the migrate, and I can do that again. So php artisan migrate fresh dash dash c, that's going to fresh the database. Artisan, it's going to fresh the database and seed the 100 records in this case. Then definitely we have to install this package. So if we go to laravelexcel.com and then go to the documentations, we will find the installation path. So here I'm going to go to the installation, and here, as you can see, it requires some extensions to be installed, but I think these are by default. I'm using WSL Ubuntu Unix environment, so it does not throw any error for me. But on Windows maybe it's going to throw any error, like you have this extension missing and you have to enable that. You can do that by typing php.ini and it's going to install that. So in order to install this package, we have to execute this command composer require mat website /excel. This is the core package, so we have to execute that. I already have done that, and there is an issue in this. By default it's going to install the version 1.1, and currently we are using, in this case I'm using Laravel 8, and maybe you are using Laravel 10 or 9, but the version 1.1 is going to throw an error here. So in order to fix that error, we have to come here and find out the latest version. For me it is 3.1, latest release, here on the Laravel Excel GitHub repository. So whenever I saw error here, and then I changed the version in the composer JSON file. Here, as you can see, I changed that to 3.1, and then I executed composer update command, and that error was gone. So if you pass that error, make sure you change the version from 1.1 to 1.3 and then execute composer update command, and that error will be fixed. The third step is to add this line to the providers as a array in the app.php file inside config directory. So if you go to config/app.php, here in the provider array we have to add this provider Excel service provider and then save that file. Now we have to publish the configurations, and for that we can create alias, but that is not required. And then we have to publish the configuration. We can either use vendor publish and then choose this provider, or we can directly copy the command and it's going to publish that configuration for us. So that is the fourth step. The third step that we have to do, so I'm gonna do that. I already have done that. It's not gonna do that again. So now we have published the configuration. That's all we need in order to configure this Laravel Excel in Laravel Excel package in Laravel project. And as you can see, this is going to create the excel.php file inside config directory. So now it's time to export the data. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be using database seeder, and I'm going to be using the user model to export the data. So in order for this package to work for us, we have to create an export file. So whenever you install this package, it's going to give you the command as well, artisan command. So if I type php artisan in the make command, we will see export. So Excel. So if I scroll to the top, here as you can see we have the export command as well as import command, as you can see. So it's going to create the new export class as well as import class. So now here what we will do is we will have to specify the model which we want to export into Excel. So in this case I was using user model, and the command for that looks like this: php artisan make export, make the export class, and then here we provide the name, and then we are using the user model in this case, so it's going to automatically fill some stuffs for us. So if we go to app exports, here we will find export your file name that you pass over there, and then here as you can see we do not have any condition. We are just grabbing all the users which are 100 in this case and then returning that in the collection. So now that is the fourth step or fifth step. Now we have to somehow call this class, right, or call this export class that we just created, this method collection. So in order to do that, if I go to web.php, I create a simple view, the welcome view as provided by default in any Laravel application. So here in the welcome, I change the default view to a simple table where I'm using Bootstrap and created a button, and then here we have a table with name, email, and created it, and then looping through all the users and displaying those displaying the index number, like loop has an index, right? So that's index, name, email, and created it, and formatting the created at with the day, month, and year. So if I save this, let's serve the application. I'm going to be using alias for that, which is ps php artisan serve, and the application is up and running, and here is the UI, and the 100 seeded users are loaded in the UI. So now here as you can see we have a button export to Excel. So if I come here, as you can see we are calling the route with name excel underscore export, and if we go to web.php we will find that route right here with that name, route with that name. So it's going to be pointing towards slash export, and all we do is excel colon colon download. Here in this case I am directly downloading the file. So if we go to their official documentations, we will find commands for that. So if I go to the export section, then 5-minute quick start, here as you can see they are creating the export class first, and then here we have the same code as we saw in our example. And then here in the controller, as you can see they are if you want to directly download the Excel, you can use excel colon colon download, and that's gonna work for that. And then we have the route definitely, and here in this case we have the same name, users.xls the Excel file name. So whenever we click on this button, which is right here, whenever we click on this button, this route will be called, and it's going to return or download the XLS or Excel file, and it will prompt us to save that. So if I come here, refresh, everything looks good. So if I click on export to Excel, it's going to show a pop-up where I can save this file. So I'm going to choose like replace that one, or I can delete that as well. And the file name will be users.xls, which we provided in the code in the controller. So I'm gonna save this. It's already exists. Replace it. Now we have the file, so I'm gonna open that up. And here as you can see here we have the seeded users exported into a CSV file. So if I scroll down, as you can see total 100 users that we seeded in the database seeder right here, and using pack tree. Definitely this comes like every Laravel application by default. So that is Laravel Excel, Laravel data exporting to Excel, and that's how we can use the Laravel Excel package to export Laravel data from database or using a model into an Excel file. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one.